Hello everyone, hope everyone's having a great day. Welcome to today's tutorial. My name is Faraz and I am from the ESP32 web team. So we're going to do a basic tutorial today on how to utilize the library to make your own Wi-Fi manager. Now, step one would be to purchase the license key. Once you have made the purchase, you'll be sent an email with your license key in it. Next, we will download the library. I've already done so, I've downloaded it and unzipped the file. Inside there is 3 folders and a few different files. The folders are, the data folder contains all the files for the website. These are the files served to the browser. This is where all the libraries are, and this is the source file where the main.cpp file is. So the next step would be to open Visual Studio Code up, create a new project with Platform.io. We'll call this Wi-Fi Manager demo. Select our board. And let's select the file location. Okay, now we already have the data, library, and source file, so we'll get rid of the library and source file from here, folder, sorry. And next we'll copy everything else across into this. Copy folders. Okay, once everything has been copied across, let's have a look at the README file. So these 2 lines need to be copied into the platform io.ini file. We'll just copy and paste it here, and then we'll save it. Next, we'll make sure we just change our LED pin, and we'll upload the main CPP file and then the data folder into separate uploads. So my ESP32 is attached, so I will go ahead and upload the main.cpp file. As that's uploading, I'll show you where you would upload the data folder from and all the files that's contained inside there. And that's done by going to Platform.io, under Project Tasks, under your chip's name, under Platform, there's an option for Upload File System Image. So that's the one we're going to use once this upload is finished. Okay, now the upload's finished, we'll upload the file system image, which once again uploads the data folder. And we'll wait for that to finish as well. Great, so now we've uploaded both the main.cpp file and the data folder. And given the initial configuration, our ESP32 web should now be running. It should now be blinking actually. We'll connect to the Wi-Fi. I've already put in the password once, it probably won't ask me again, but the initial password is ESP32 web, all lowercase, no gaps. Okay, once that's connected, we'll go back to the browser. So let's open this, .local. And we have our first error because we haven't inserted our license key. Now, bulk of the files that we'll be configuring are inside the library folder, under the ESP32 web folder, in the CPP file. If you look here, I'll go full screen. This is where most of the user configuration variables are. And this is where the license key goes. So using the email I showed earlier, I'm going to copy the license key over. And let's run that again. Let's just do an upload. Okay, and we'll reconnect to the Wi-Fi again. And we'll refresh the tab. Great, I'm just going to switch to dark mode. Okay, so right now there is a timer. We can remove the timer. We can increase, decrease the timer via the variable here. Let's scan for Wi-Fi's. There we go, Wi-Fi updated. Let's connect to a Wi-Fi. And let's send it the information across. So we'll connect to our internet and we'll press refresh. Now you can see it's connected. Of course, you can still change to a different Wi-Fi. And etc. Okay, what we do is we'll do one quick customization, a rather basic one, just to show you how to use this. Okay, so we'll change some of the settings of the face of the page. So for the main title, let's go for, let's say making an application for a RC car. Let's go super truck. Let's say some RC model, and it's powered by, which is the footer tag over here, pure robotics. What we've done is we've done the main title, subtitle, and the footer there. I'll press save. This is the hotspot details. So when you're trying to connect to Wi-Fi initially, this is what would come up as the Wi-Fi name, and this is what would come up as the well, this would be the password to access that said Wi-Fi. We won't worry about this, though you can change this to whatever you would like. Let's change the URL that we'll access. So rather than ESP32 web.local, let's say super truck. And we'll put a hyphen in between as well, supertruck.local. Now, what it says here is if you change this, you must also change the local URL name variable in the following file. So, and these are not case sensitive. These are not case sensitive. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll follow those instructions. We'll go to data.config.json, and in here we'll just change that as well. So we had super truck, and we'll put this over here as well. Okay, so those are the settings done for the face of it and the URL. Now for the logo, this is the logo here, and for the favicon icon, that's the favicon icon there. Let's delete both of these, and instead I have downloaded a picture of a truck I found on the internet. Now note, for now, for the time being, it's going to be only SVGs allowed, but that will be fixed in an upcoming update. So let's say logo, we got to rename it as a logo and as a favicon. So I'll use the same file for favicon as well. So I'll duplicate it and I'll rename it as favicon.svg. Now hopefully those things will work. The title on the tab can be changed from the index.html file inside of here. And let's call this super truck as well. Truck. And we'll just call it RC model. There we go. Okay. And we can there we go, done. And now we can close this and this. Now let's just change a bit of the colors and the just few of the design changes, and that's done via the CSS file over here. Now we will make editing CSS a lot easier, like a lot easier. Right now you're going to have to make one change, upload the file, wait for it to upload, and then see the reflected change. We are going to make it so you can see changes in real time, and then once you're happy with that, then you can upload in one go. So that is something that's going to be coming up once ESP32 Web is out of beta. Okay, in any case, for now, we want to go to the main title. It's the main title, and let's change the color to something I have already pre-picked, and that is the following color. And you can see, hopefully that's a shade of red. So that text stroke is outline. It is set at 0, so it actually has no effect. Now, for every single element, there are two sets of code. There's two sets of CSS selectors. One is for the light mode, one is for the dark mode. If we don't specify the dark mode, let's comment it out, then the light mode will take effect for both. If we do override the light mode properties with a dark mode setting, then that will be applied for the dark mode only. I hope that made sense. Okay, what we'll do is we'll just comment out the dark mode because I think that would work fine for light and dark. And let's look at the subtitle. So we'll go, let's go shade of, so again, I have pre-selected this as well. And let's go shade of yellow. Actually, I will have different colors for dark and light because yellow will not come up on light mode very well. And for the border color, I'm going for the red. Now the border is the border applied over here. So it's a line in between. Now for the light mode, I will select an orangey color. It will contrast a little bit better than the yellow for light mode. And I will change the font. Could rub all this out, but I'll leave some backup fonts on. I will change it to, well, let's have a look. What options do we have? So ESP32web.com. Let's use Kiwi. Okay, so we'll go for Kiwi. And Kiwi, and there we are. Because Kiwi is a little bit tight in terms of lettering, I will give it a bit of lettering space of 4 pixels. So I'll add that in. That is not the right copy. This is what I was supposed to copy. So lettering spacing of 4 pixels is sufficient for Kiwi. And we can then add some outline for this text as well. And the reason I'm adding outline is just to make it a little bit thicker for text, because again, it is quite thin, and on the white background, it's difficult to see. But on the darker background, I'll take this outline setting and I'll override it with 0 pixels. So I don't want to see any outline on the darker background because the contrast will be sufficient. And let's change one last thing, which is the submit button. Okay, so submit button, let's make it a red. Yeah, let's make it red. So we'll go down. So these, I think, are in order. So you'll see password field, and then should commit the submit button. There we go. And once again, we don't need to override the dark mode, so the light mode value will be good for both. We'll comment this out, and that should be all done. So we've changed both things inside the data file and things inside the library, which is linked to the source file. So we're gonna have to do both uploads, one here, one from here, and then we can see our changes. So I'll do them both. Okay, once both files are uploaded and you've refreshed the browser under the new URL that you've just added, you'll see the design changes, that you've made. And here's a light mode. And going back to the dark mode, here's the dark mode. Now, hopefully, this will be more than just a Wi-Fi manager soon. Right now, we're starting with the Wi-Fi manager, but the idea is to have customizable options of color pickers, controls to control your RC vehicle, maybe, but all sorts of input features that you can add and customize and use this library to make quite literally any web application interface you want to go along with your Arduino project. Well, that's all for today, guys. I hope that made sense, and I'll see you in the next one.